It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Jets and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's been all systems going this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And a scout coach.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game?
It was good. Four touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Here's 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Straight ahead is Hall. Shedding through the defense. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And it didn't take long for Hall to remind everyone just how special a player he is. He totaled nearly 1,600 yards from scrimmage a season ago, and he appears to be picking up right where he left off as he moves the chains for this offense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll go again with Hall. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll give to Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. 7 yards there and a first down. The Vikings at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's McCarthy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Now McCarthy. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
He'll take this to the 46. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the option, here's Akers. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings have taken the lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for a century.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And now out comes Minnesota. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now McCarthy. He lets one go, deep for Addison. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That's complete to Lazard. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rodgers. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This is caught by Williams. And he is going to have a Jets first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And again, it's Rodgers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. It was the running back, Cam Akers, who stood out in that first half of play. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Now Akers to start the 3rd quarter on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, it's a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Back to throw. McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. McCarthy off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To the air again, McCarthy. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Powell on the catch. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Akers. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Flush to his right. .23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now McCarthy. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. A give running right is Akers. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in. touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 72 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the... Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. They'll give this to Akers running right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Akers fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cam Akers with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught by Williams. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Rodgers. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Going for it all. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On play action, McCarthy. That is caught. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Minnesota, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Garden. This is the NFL on EA Sports.